fever, whatever we want to call it, will continue to be warm for Thursday and Friday, but there are changes for the weekend. We'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. Jenny, Brent.
Tim, thank you so much. Several rural districts in South Carolina will soon learn if they'll get millions from the state for construction needs. $138 million is up for grabs, $100 million from the state budget, $38 million from federal COVID aid money. State Education Superintendent Molly Spearman is asking legislators for more. No specific amount has been determined. Coming up on News Channel 6 at 7, we'll share more of the plan, including splitting the money.
If you've been to the Savannah Rapids Park lately, you've probably seen Love Locks Bridge. Well, there may soon be a new addition to this attraction. News Channel 6's Mary Calkins has the story.
Behind each of these locks is a love story. The tradition is you and your partner place a lock on the bridge and throw the key in the river, symbolizing your unbreakable bond. But couples in Columbia County won't be placing locks on the bridge for much longer. Instead, the Convention and Visitors Bureau proposed this sculpture be built at the Rapids as the new place to commemorate your love.
I think that public art is a part of having great quality of life, so it'd be something not only our citizens can enjoy, but our visitors as well.
The intent is to find ways to invest in public art, and this is our first delve into it.
If the Board of Commissioners approves the art project at next Tuesday's meeting, the sculpture is expected to be complete in mid-July with a price tag of $20,000. But what happens to the locks already on the bridge? In the proposal, there is a request to leave all existing locks on the bridge, but the Board of Commissioners disagrees.
Cut the old locks off and then place them, or cut the bars on which they sit and then put them on the new structure. And the reason we're moving them is just for weight considerations. There's a concern of at least the county has concern that the weight of the locks could affect the head gates, and so we might as well mitigate that risk.
Next week, the commission will come to a decision. But one thing is for sure, the existing locks will not be damaged or discarded.
People have invested time and emotion in placing those locks, so if we can accommodate, we will. And that's just part of being good stewards of the citizens.
In Columbia County, Mary Calkins, WJBF, News Channel 6.
A subdivision meeting turned into a shouting match over the newly drawn redistricting maps. The new maps split up the Elderberry neighborhood. Many people living there say they were not a part of the decision to redraw the maps, but opposition from the Somerville neighborhood is why they were redrawn. Many of those same residents felt like they weren't being backed by their commissioner, Commissioner Catherine McKnight. They even pointed to a letter written by a member of the Somerville Neighborhood Association that let them say some had even racial overtones.
The map that Burns introduced as Senate Bills 457 and 458 did not even go through the proper process. There was no town hall meetings. No citizen had an opportunity to look at the map. Some citizens did not get a chance to look at the map.
Right.
But I am sure
We did.
some did get a chance to look at it.
We need the support. If you support.
Another resident even called for a recall on Commissioner McKnight's seat. You'll hear more about the push to unseat her tonight on News Channel 6 at 6.
Also pushback on the plan to increase street. Right now on News Channel 6 at 5, the Russian invasion of Ukraine may be a world away, but it is having an impact on things here at home. We'll show you how.
Plus, an update on a disparity study requested from the city and outgoing Administrator Odie Donald's response.
And the controversy over redistricting in Augusta. We'll hear from a commissioner as News Channel 6 at 5 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 5.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery.
I'm Brad Means. Thanks so much for staying with us.
Coverage you can count on begins with the Russian invasion of Ukraine. It is expected to have financial impacts for us here at home.
News Channel 6's Mary Calkins joining us now. And Mary, part of that financial impact is the spike in gas prices.
That's right, Brad, Jenny. And in just the last week, gas prices went up by an average of 11 cents per gallon, meaning more than $3.50 per gallon locally today. And experts say gas prices may continue to rise over the next 2 to 3 months.
When the price of crude oil increases, gas prices go up. So when there's turmoil in areas that supply oil to the U.S.,
home.
Russia is a supplier of oil for the U.S. So therefore, if their oil gets impacted or if sanctions hit, if the government sanctions and the pipeline gets closed down for some reason, that's why it will impact folks over here.
Experts say though the cost of filling up is expected to continue to rise, the U.S. has other fuel suppliers and plenty of fuel at this time.
I can't stress enough, don't panic. Again, before we see kind of how what's going on in the Ukraine is going to impact our gas prices, it's going to take us another week or two.
Events in the Ukraine are affecting other aspects of your wallet, like your 401k. Tony Gallo of Granite Arch Wealth says, though you may see a dip, that does not mean you should stop preparing for retirement.
As awful as it feels right now that's going on, things will get better. We say stay the course and then work with a certified financial planner that will give you independent investment advice and is a fiduciary who looks out for your best interests. Depending on their age, whether they're 18 or 98, they really just need to stay the course. These times will pass, something else will come up, good and bad, and we just advise the clients to stay the course.
Gallo says it's crucial to speak with a financial planner before making any major changes to your investment or retirement plans. He says to stay calm and not make decisions without expert advice.
All right, Mary, thank you so much. The mother of 20-year-old Kevin Coatney, who was shot and killed outside the 706 Lounge, is still searching for answers. Ardia Jones and other family members have put together a GoFundMe to raise award money for anyone with answers surrounding Kevin's death. So far, they've raised $1,000. Jones says as they raise more money, the reward will continue to increase. She says investigators do have leads, but it's nothing solid.
We just want someone to please anybody come forth with any kind of information. We just don't want to sit back, like I said, and Richmond County hasn't, figured this out. Like I said, I've called investigators. We have no answers. And I just really been hoping and praying and crying that someone would just come forward to give us anything concerning Kevin's death.
Now, if you're interested in contributing to that GoFundMe, all you have to do is find this story on our website, Wjbf.com. It is time now for a first check of the forecast. Recommendations from the $350,000 study next month.
Some good work by a lot of young people in our area. Several teenagers sacrificing their fall break to give back to those who could really use some assistance in our area. Those teenagers part of the Congregational Church of New Canaan out of Connecticut. And they are in Allendale, South Carolina, to repair the homes of 5 older folks, like Sarah McDuffie. Her home got washed, a new flower bed put in, they fixed her roof. She was very grateful.
Well, just enjoying and keeping up my flower garden that they have started because I love flowers. And so they have started it again for me, and I'll keep it up.
Work is expected to wrap up Friday, and then the group will head back up to Connecticut on Saturday. Way to go.
Governor Brian Kemp could be signing